Hello and welcome back to TV34 Multimedia Productions. This is Tony. And yep, today we're going to be talking about drones. Something that I've been playing around with a little bit. And believe it or not, what you were just looking at, this particular drone here, I've had it for, I would say, about a year and a half and never used it. Took it out of the box, took some pictures of it and things like that, but never used it. And one of the main reasons why I never used it is because I'm not a gamer. So I'm not really good at using the joystick and playing around with things like that. So that always was a little awkward to me. So that was one of the reasons why I held off on unboxing it, putting it to work and trying to see if I could learn how to use it. But and it's funny because when I bought that particular one, I thought it was I caught it on sale from B&H out of New York, and one of my favorite places where I get a lot of my camera equipment and things like that. And just happened to see it popped up on one of my daily sales that they have posted every day. And I'm like, okay, looks like a pretty good one. I didn't know anything about drones, what to look for, what to expect, but it was a good deal. So I said, okay, I'll get one, because I've always wanted to play around with one or have someone work with me using one to get some additional B-roll footage for different things that I'm working on. So I said, why not buy it and see what I can come up with? So purchased it, got a great deal on it, and like I said, it sat around. It sat around for a whole year and a half before I decided to use it. And just recently, within the last month, I took it out and I said, okay, it's time to start playing around with it and see what I can do. And I've had a few mishaps here and there, but what I'm finding out is that as long as I take my time and play with it slowly, get it to move slow and not to do a whole lot of things with it, I get more of the hang of it and get used to using the joystick and things like that, moving it back and forth, up and down, and making sure it lands where it's supposed to. Now, the one thing that I will say about this particular one, you can't find it anymore. It's no longer on sale. Snaptane SP500, you can't find it anymore. But one of the things that I like about this one is it has use where you can put in a micro SD card. And that's one of the biggest things that I like about having a drone and using one, where when I get ready to take out some, once I shoot my footage, I can take the SD card out and just put it in my computer, download the files and everything, and do any editing that I want to do. A lot of the drones don't have that. Now they're making them where you connect directly to an app and you download all your files to the app. And I don't necessarily like that. You know, you can still download the files via your phone, you know, to your computer and things like that. But I like the idea of being able to remove that memory card, download the files right away the way that I want, without doing a whole lot of extra steps to it and things like that. And to me, it just makes gives me peace of mind knowing that it's saved directly to a memory card itself, as opposed to being saved to a phone. You know, for some reason, I think the quality is better, and you know, that safety factor all by itself is what I really like about it. So been trying to find me another one. Unfortunately, this one is no longer in use, so that you can't find one anymore. But I did find me another one, and I'll talk about that one in another video segment. What I like about the new one that I have is that it has a few more features, but the thing that I really dislike about it is it doesn't have an SD card input. And that's one of the biggest drawbacks to me when trying to find a drone, and especially me trying to find one that's not a professional drone, because I'm not really that good at using a drone yet. So I don't want to spend $200 or $300 on one when I know I don't have quite the hang of how to use it, and I don't want to crash it and tear it up. You know, where if I can get one for 60, 70 bucks and play around with it and get used to the feel of it and how to use it, make it a little bit easier, and I won't feel so bad if I do crash it, or if I lose it, sorry about that, if I lose it by mistake, something like that, because it goes off the wire somewhere. I can just won't be a huge loss. I put it that way. But this one, like I said, what I like about it is that it is it's one that you can't find anymore, but it's a pretty decent drone. The footage is pretty good. I'll go over some of the specs on it and everything, which I'm sure a lot of you have already seen a lot of things with this particular drone. It's got HD camera, GPS mode, waypoints, point of interest, follow me, gesture control, one key landing and takeoff, easy return to home, headless mode, and it's a foldable drone. That's the other thing that I like about it, is it's a foldable drone. So this is the size when you unfold everything, but when you fold everything down, it's nice and neat and nice and compact. So it's a lot smaller, and you can pretty much carry it anywhere you want. Keep it in your bag, and you can keep it with you all the time and use it whenever you're out and about. Whenever something's going on, you can just pop that sucker out and get going with it. So that's one of the things that I like about it. It's easy to, once you get all the connections together and get it synced in with the remote control, you're ready to fly it right away. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that particular one. And like I said, that's one of the drones that I do like, and I just got it on a whim, and it turned out to be a pretty decent one for what I was looking for. Like I said, the main thing about it is that it has an SD card input, and I've been trying to find another one that does the same thing without spending too much money, but it's been difficult trying to find one. I've been looking on Amazon trying to find one or two decent ones, and I bought one which it said, I'm sorry, I did that again. I found one that said media input, and it said SD, so I'm thinking it has an SD card input. But once I received it in the mail, it doesn't have that. It has some other features that I really like, and I'm going to probably keep it because of that. But I don't like the fact that it doesn't have an SD card input, so I'll have to save all my files to the phone and then try to use it that way to download my files to do editing and things like that. But I'm going to keep searching around, see if I can find something if I decide to buy me another one, just to see if I can find one with the SD card input and see what kind of features it has. But more than anything, play around with this one a little bit more and get used to it and see what I can come up with. Because like I said, this one, SP500 Snaptane, you can't find it anymore. It's no longer on sale. But it's a really good one. I'm glad I got it when I did, and I'm going to keep playing around with it and get a little bit more familiar with using the drone itself for some of my B-roll footage when I'm doing things like fishing and my photography and different things like that. So just want to talk a little bit about it and tell you that it's been sitting around for a while, and it's just started to put it out there and play around with it and see what I can come up with. So I'll show you a little bit of test video that I had with it, and I'm sure I'll get some crazy comments about how I'm flying it and different things like that. I haven't put it through all the tests and try all of the different special effects and different things like that, because I'm not used to flying a drone and not used to using that joystick with the remote control, so got to get used to that. But so far I really like what it's doing, and I'm going to play around a little bit more with it and see what I can come up with, and I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I'll have some more video footage to show playing around with it, and even with the other one that I have, I'll show you that one and see what we can come up with. Thanks again for watching TV34 Multimedia Productions, and stay tuned. We have more coming with drone footage as well as photography and video production. And don't forget to keep watching everything that we're doing, because we got a lot more things coming headed your way very soon. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned.